how y'all doing today? My name is Aaron Puto. I am a Texas life insurance agent here in Texas. Okay, that was kind of funny. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I am 22 years old. I am a military brat. I was born in Montgomery, Maryland. Lived majority of my life with my dad, so I got to travel a lot over the world. I got to see a lot growing up. But coming up, telling why I actually joined PHP, or why I'm so invested in it is really back in high school I was a kid. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, who I wanted to become. I didn't really know anything. But for certain, a lot of things that my parents would tell me is, go to school, get a degree, and get a secure paying job. Only problem with that is now these days, a lot of kids who go to school, get out of school, don't really have the job that they, have a degree in, right? So that was always in my mind, because a lot of my friends who graduated to become civil engineers and got a job at a Starbucks, and it's like, what? So for me, I kind of didn't really want to didn't know, so it kind of went like a year or two without going to school, on and off, and then I went to Houston. I was just like, oh man, what? I love all these houses, and I was just like, let me try real estate. Try real estate. I love real estate. I love looking at houses. Love looking at the interiors. Watch a lot of HGTV. Watched a lot of million-dollar real estate agents and stuff like that. So it really intrigued me of how much money could be made. And I'm my own boss. I don't really have to work for anybody. So that's what kind of put me in a step into entrepreneurship. But the only thing about that, I was so hungry for it, but I wasn't passionate about it. I didn't really have a passion. I just loved the idea of being the number one real estate agent. But, it was a lot of costs and fees and things, and I wasn't focused in it. But, and then I met a friend of mine who was in the insurance industry. He wasn't in PHP, but he was in the insurance industry, and he showed me the value of it. And how important it is for somebody to have life insurance, and how these days how a lot of people lack it and don't know about money and how it can be used and things like that. So for me, it kind of struck a nerve for me because I had somebody who was kind of close to me who actually passed away. He was actually my teacher when I used to go to grade school. His name was Brother Bob. He was a lively old guy. This dude was a white old dude who just had the energy of like a 26-year-old. Dude was crazy, and I feel like he hated me the most because I was causing the most ruckus because I was just the weirdest kid there, and trying to crave attention and things like that. But just one day he didn't come to school, and when I walked to school, and then everybody was crying and things like that, I was just like, what's going on? And a lot of people, and then one of my classmates told me and said, Brother Bob, that was his name, Brother Bob, he passed. And it was so devastating to me because this guy was just alive as he was healthy. He seemed to be healthy as a horse, and the next thing he was gone. And I could only imagine what their family had to go through if they didn't have life insurance, if they didn't have enough money to bury him. And it just really struck a nerve into me, just like, wow, it's just something that's super important, especially if one of my families had passed, knock on wood. Are they going to be taken care of? Because when somebody passed, that doesn't mean bills stop coming. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden all your debts are paid off. No, they're going to keep coming. Life does not stop. So it really put a passion in me to be able to educate myself and educate others about how not only about life insurance, but how to prepare yourself for things like that, and how to really become wealthy, and so you don't have to worry about things like that. And so that's why I joined PHP, because not only that I have two amazing leaders, Joe and Crystal Walker, who are really leading the charge. They really started this company, or not started the company, but joined the company, and not even in about 10 months we opened our first office. And it was a grind. It was a struggle, but just seeing how far we progress and how many lives we've changed, how many lives we continue to change, and how this is just a lot bigger than us. And our mission, since we're in Killeen, is to really educate and help people, come to know more about money. And that's really why I joined PHP, because of the purpose and because of what we're doing here for other people and how we're going to really change the community, especially as young adults. Because a lot of us don't even think about stuff like that. So that's a little bit about me. That's why I little joined about PHP, and that's really about it. And if y'all interested in about joining or learning a little bit more about money, please click one of the links on my card. And really hope to see you guys, hopefully teach you guys, or if you want to join us as a career and really change lives, not only your lives but other people's lives around you. Come on, just join the team. It's gonna be amazing. All right, let's love.